your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, here been a front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Hello and welcome to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. He's joined by Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. Tell your mommy, your mammy, your granny.
Mom's hot. Tell her twice.
Tell her twice for us. We'll be at Bolero.
Bolero in Royal Oak.
Have we been there before? Was it the one we went to that one time?
Yeah.
Okay. Met a groovy dude there. That guy was trippy as fuck.
Yeah.
You remember that dude?
Yep.
That guy was wild.
Good spot.
Good spot. It's Nick's hood.
It's my hood now.
I run this town.
My hood.
I'll draw you.
Gotta check in.
Speaking of Nick,
It's on my way home.
We're going to drink a lot of pitchers tonight, boys. I'm leaving the car.
let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Are you in celebration for some of these Michigan coaching hires?
For sure, there's some celebration going on. I mean, fellas, I know I was fired up when I went on like the 3-minute rant about all of these guys, but it finally came true of what Michigan has been able to do with this coaching staff after absolutely, having a disaster showing from Sharon Moore and what he did to this program. They were able to save face, hiring Kyle Whittingham and now hiring Jason Beck and Jay Hill of BYU, their defensive coordinator. 2 top 22 defenses in a row at BYU. Keep your eyes on a second-team All-American safety to come transfer. Jason Beck was able to take his offensive line coach, his wide receiver coach, and I'm fired up right now. That same offensive line coach used to coach at Troy High School. Harding, his name is.
No
and
way.
he just about to put out 2 offensive tackles in the first round of the draft, one of them being a top 10 guy. They also have a 5-star committed to him, Utah does, and keep an eye on him to possibly flip to Michigan. Michigan's losing some guys in the portal right now, or at least entering it, in Cole Sullivan and Zeke Berry.
Samaj P. Ryan.
Samaj Morgan, thankfully.
Oh, yeah, Morgan.
Justin and I were probably thrilled. Justin was probably thrilled to see that. The crash outs that we had on live stream were crazy, but yeah, Michigan did everything right to set up a big offseason and gaining transfers and retaining transfers. So a lot of good things happening in Ann Arbor, and it's great to see after the disaster that was Sharon Moore.
Are you familiar with this recruit they may have flipped? The one that you were just talking about? There's a 5-star that was going to Utah that might...
So everything that I've seen, there's no official word that he is going to flip, but I've just done research on 247 about him.
Okay.
And Harding was the one that did get him to commit to Utah, and he was also the guy that got Fano to commit to Utah, projected top 10 pick, and the left tackle, who was a projected first-round pick as well.
My fucking guy.
So he was able to get those 3 guys to commit. It's big news for Michigan, a team that wants to build the trenches and build, a physical team. This is really big for them to land Harding. It was probably the biggest get, besides the coordinators themselves. So a lot of bright things coming from Michigan. And
what position does he play, though, this kid?
Offense tackle.
Okay.
Yeah, 5-star tackle. I don't even know if they do 5-star interior guards because you're playing tackle at the high school position, if you're coming out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things are looking good right now. I'm fired up.
You should be, honestly. I want to ran the parade, but you should be. I think you're upgrading over Sharon Moore ultimately, so you got to be happy with that.
I mean, Biff Poggi would have been an upgrade over Sharon Moore.
Yeah, they took him out for a spin. Listen, I know from 11-1, I'm sure they were bashing Bryce a shit ton.
Yeah.
Nick hinted towards it. Were you
4 turnovers, I think?
I think it was
3 interceptions.
because the fumble came back, right?
Yeah,
the fumble they count.
He turned it over a lot.
I still think he might be good. Dante Moore was bad at UCLA year 1 too, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. And now he's talking about being a number 1 overall pick.
That's Dan Lanning in Oregon, though.
Also, year 3, Dante Moore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is what you're seeing, year 3, Dante
But
Moore.
that's what I'm saying, though. Like Dante Moore year 1, bad.
Yes.
Not good.
under
what I'm saying?
a bad program and everything they had in UCLA.
Yeah, I think there's still hope for Bryce. I don't know.
No, there's definitely still hope for Bryce that he develops and stops being an idiot. But
Yeah.
like, he's got the talent. He just needs the decision making. He needs the awareness. He needs the ball security. He needs I would say the like leveling of his passes. But no, he's definitely got the raw talent. Whittingham's gonna have to mold him into an NFL caliber player.
And then even with the Arch comparisons, not saying like the between Bryce and Arch or whatever, like Arch was in Texas already. Arch had a little something on his belt. And to begin the year, Arch looked bad.
Yep,
The end of the season, Arch looked
pretty good.
Looked pretty good.
Arch sat for 2 seasons before this season.
Yeah.
That's why I had the list earlier. It was like Trevor Lawrence, obviously unbelievable freshman year. He didn't even start his first game, I don't believe. And then it was guys like Jaden Daniels, who went 7-5 with Arizona State. It was a guy like the North Carolina quarterback Howell, who I believe had 8 wins his freshman season. And then you talk about guys like Bryce Young, who showed out his freshman year at Alabama, and a guy like Jalen Hurts showed out at Alabama. Caleb Williams showed out at Oklahoma. But if you talk about all those cats, you're talking about Nick Saban, you're talking about Lincoln Riley, you're talking about Dabo Sweeney, which at the time he was one of the best coaches in college. And you see that having the elite coach with it really makes a difference. And I think Bryce was at just such a disservice this season. Obviously, he didn't progress the way we wanted it to. It didn't look the way it was supposed to and how we all imagined as Michigan fans. I know that. But you still have to account for just having horrific coaching through and through. And hopefully, this quarterback coach that is coming in with Jason Beck, the OC, the same way they were able to help out Utah's quarterback, Dampier. Jesus, I'm losing the name. But the same way he was able to ball out for Utah this season, hoping he can translate that and help Bryce out a lot. So that's the goal. That's the vision. We'll see if it works. But I think quitting on Bryce right now would be a massive mistake for Michigan. And for Michigan fans, that don't want to see him next year.
I'm kind of with you on that one. I'm not. Where you at? You are.
Yeah, he's
We've
good.
had the conversation. You still think Bryce can be good?
I just said it like 10 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm. It's like 2 words. This guy had a lot more to say.
Well, yeah, I
So I
think
went
he's
to
going to
you
be
on a
good.
talk show.
I
Say
listed
more.
all of the things that he needs to get better at, and there's a litany of them. And if he can do that under Whittingham, then he'll be a good player.
Speaking of college football, I think this year has been by far the best college football playoff, in my opinion, postseason wise. I mean, everything else you could just fucking check mark what was going to happen. Like this year, there's actual upsets.
Yeah.
The Miami game, the Oregon game, although they were closer in seeding. Like I don't know, actually, I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Usually, every year going to the playoff, you kind of fucking know.
I think I know.
Who you got?
Indiana's going to win, dude.
Indiana?
They're fucking insane, man. Sig's the real deal. Mendoza is doing his best Jared Goff impression if he was good at football. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But no, he runs that offense so efficiently. He takes care of the ball so well, and he just makes the right play. And when your defense is playing the way they are, flying around the ball, obviously they're the best coach team in the country. So, yeah, I don't think anybody's beating Indiana.
It's the teams I'm rooting for are Indiana and Miami. And to be honest, I think Miami has the second best chance, in my opinion, than Indiana. I mean, who are the favorites? You know, Nick? Have you looked at the odds recently?
Indiana's the favorite.
Yeah,
I know
it's
Indiana's
gotta
number
be-
one favorite.
it's
Who are
probably
the rest of
Indiana
us?
and Oregon.
Oregon's probably second favorite.
And then after last night, I mean, how can you not be pulling a little bit for Ole Miss? Holy hell, that quarterback's
awesome.
electric. West side of the state guy.
Yeah,
Fresno
from
State.
Won a champion. Was it Fresno or Ferris?
Ferris.
State, yeah.
Yeah.
Fresno State.
Won a ship at Ferris. Supposed to be going to be first.
Fresno, Michigan.
Yeah,
Everyone's familiar.
Mean streets of Fresno, Michigan.
No, shout out. I'll always like that quarterback. I want
sure,
I
shout
want
to
some
him.
cash on Ole Miss
Trinidad
last night,
Chambliss, right?
So. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trinidad.
Crazy name.
Crazy name.
Also,
Jenny Manziel shit out there. For real.
Yeah,
That was
he was
wild.
making some pretty crazy plays. I think it'd be funny if they win the championship after Lane Kiffin left them, and then Lane Kiffin still gets $1 million bonus.
yeah, I saw that. I saw Yahoo post that.
Yeah.
So he gets a bonus from them qualifying for the playoffs. He got a bonus for them making the semifinal, and then another.
If they win, he gets $1 million.
I just don't even like. How is that possible if he signed on as not even coaching the team? I don't understand that.
That's the racket to be in, is college coach.
It really is.
Like I don't think it's way more lucrative to be a college coach than an NFL coach at this point. With the buyouts, with the stipulations, with the different things, like Kurt Signetti has a clause in his contract to where he gets to renegotiate to be a top 3 paid coach every year. So
Crazy
like
contract.
every people get signed, new people get signed, and then at the end of the year he's just like, well,
Cash, homie.
now you got to make me paid as much as them, and they have to.
$50 million.
And like Iowa's coach has a clause in his contract that he gets a raise. Yeah, Kirk Ferentz. He gets a raise for every 7-win season that they have, and like
gross.
and non-conference games count. So like he can win like
That's so
he can win like
gross.
3 games in the Big Ten and just get a raise after beating these bums.
That's
It's
the most
crazy.
Iowa shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's college coaches. That's the job to get, man.
Does Fitz got anything like that in his that you know of?
I don't know.
That you're aware of?
I'm sure there's some kind of. I'm sure there's a bunch of bangers for like playoff, Big Ten, and stuff like that. But
Because right now, I mean, I guess I get it too. Like the market's been reset because he's like, I mean, he wasn't on the open market, but he signed a new contract with
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin. But him being a top 3 guy, man, it just doesn't sit right with me. It just pisses me off a little bit. Obviously, the chat, in our chat, is flaring up. I think he's a little bit overrated. Hasn't won a fucking playoff game. Has gone to the playoff. Would have this year, and his team won without him. Like whatever. It's going to LSU. Maybe prove us wrong. I don't know. I feel like USC's a pretty damn big program. He didn't do much there either.
no, he flamed out at USC, flamed out for the Raiders, flamed out at somewhere else too.
He's just a great.
No,
Like,
he did a good job at FAU, got his Ole Miss job, and now did a
Yeah.
good job at Ole Miss, and now he's at LSU.
fair.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy about the Ole Miss team. Like, they could win a champ. Like, how do you let the new OC walk at that point if you're Ole Miss?
Yeah, you saw that.
Like, he's the offensive coordinator for LSU, who's coaching Ole
90%
Miss.
of the coaching staff might dip out before the next game, the next playoff game, to go start shit over in LSU.
The Ole Miss guys.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's so messed up. Like,
How was that?
How-
How was that legal? I don't.
college
Like,
is a
what
shit
do
show.
they do? What do they do if that happens? Who steps in?
Grad assistants.
I have no idea.
That's gross to me.
Get the
And if you're Lane, you want to fucking post a little fucking, the flag. You can't post anymore, all that shit, like in celebration, to act like he's proud of the boys. When you're gonna rip them of the entire fucking coaching staff before they can finish out,
Hey man.
get the
fuck you, dude. That's crazy to me.
call the Ferris State coach up. Coach his own quarterback.
Yeah, maybe. I just.
Or you got to have them throw more
you're-
assistants,
And
all of a
they're gonna
sudden
have
they're
Uber
coaching.
drivers coaching their fucking team.
That's just nuts to me.
I'll coach defense for them.
I guess maybe I'm rooting for them now. To carry on my Lane slander and,
Girls kissing girls is amazing to me.
all right.
Juice.
No, future.
Tell us about Vin Johnson.
Future Hendricks.
Best fighter in the game who's going to fight for you in the courtroom. His name's Ven Johnson over at Ven Johnson Law. He's going to do everything in his power whenever you're in any legal trouble whatsoever. There's only one guy to call, and it's Ven Johnson. He's going to do everything to fight for you to make sure you come out on top. It's Ven Johnson over at Ven Johnson Law, or check him out at venfights.com.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
as they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more. Big injury injuries? Big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Art and Jake's is my spot for UFC Saturdays, NFL Sundays, and all the above. I watch them there because not only can I watch my fights, I got college football going on too. 80 TVs wall to wall, 22 draft beers, and the largest menu of S-tier food. Art and Jake's is my spot. Make it yours. Join the AJ's fan club. Make every game a win with Art and Jake's. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. Easy to join us more Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. It is not the entire staff from the Yahoo. I found the Yahoo report that I found, or tweet, I should say. It says it remains unclear if 6 Ole Miss assistants who signed with LSU will coach the Rebels in the college football semifinals next week versus Miami, per Yahoo. So many around the program expect some or all to officially join the LSU staff and move on. That's bullshit. I think that's. I'm mad at Lane Kiffin. I'm not even a fucking Ole Miss guy. That's just not fair to these kids. That's fucked up.
It's the real world.
I guess it is.
Yeah. You're not student athletes anymore. You're getting millions of dollars.
Just don't fucking pretend to still like support the program, be proud of them. You're doing that shit. That's all. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Don't post a little flag. Don't post that you were at the game. Just fuck off. That's just, I don't know. It's gross.
I love how much you hate Lane Kiffin.
I hate Lane Kiffin, and I didn't fucking give a fuck about him before, but he gets a top 3 This guy's done nothing. He's done nothing. And he's an asshole. You try to fight your reporter, you're not going to fucking fight that reporter one. And the reporter's not going to fight you. Yeah, pull up to a guy with fucking 3 guys of security. Like, you didn't act like a hard ass. Fuck you, dude. I don't want to hate Lane Kiffin. I really don't. I think he's like, I get the allure. Like, he's got aura. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a cool guy. I think he's been funny. He's had like some funny moments in his career. Like guys that you support because they are assholes, but I don't know. Overhyped piece of shit at this point for me. And I know Ole Miss won't go all the way, but I'll be rooting for them to go all the way.
They could.
Yeah, they could.
You think so?
They just beat Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia is one of the best teams in the country.
Georgia.
Kirby Smart, more like Kirby Dumb. Am I right, boys?
Oh,
what
that
an
was
idiot.
a terrible call.
How do you lose that? They almost came back and won that bitch. That was nuts.
Little switch the punteroo out, put the offense in with like 10 seconds on the play clock. Boom, snap it, get decked in the backfield. Yeah, that was a dumb call by Kirby.
So who do you other than Indiana, Nick, who is it for you?
That I want to win or that I think will win?
Both. That you think will win and that you want? Obviously, Ole Miss, sounds like.
I think I'm sigged up. Where the darts at? Light them up. I mean, I think this is just such a cool story that we're seeing for the first time ever that, like, we're in sports media, so we get to talk about it. I think it's awesome. The Indiana thing. And he's going to have to just keep rebuilding every single year. So we'll see how he does. But you guys know me. I'm a big Mendoza guy. I think he's going to be successful. Seeing Indiana win a ship would be cool. And honestly, I don't see him talking mad shit to Michigan fans, so I got no problem with them.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess I saw someone tweet they have the most 5th and 6th year seniors on the roster, which I have no problem with. That's part of the game. And maybe soon here you're going to have some guys that were drafted never signed the contract come and play the way college sports is going. Hey, did you see that shit? I don't remember the kid's name, but he got drafted. I looked up why the loophole for why he could return to whatever school he's going to. I got to find the kid's name. But he's like 29 years old, has 5 more years of eligibility or 4 more years of eligibility because he never signed his NBA contract. And I saw Kenny Lofton joking around about doing it. I thought he was actually doing it. I texted my boy, and then we looked into it. He can't because he actually signed the dotted deal. Yeah. So if you don't sign with the NBA, even though you're drafted, you can still return back to college sports and have your all your eligibility. It's kind of nuts to me.
So ridiculous.
But maybe that's the Cignetti route. It makes sense in Indiana. But now the cool part with him now is like it's going to be more than just a 6 year. Well, he'll get more of those still with transfers. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, the transfer portal is where he's going to live.
Recruits too. I don't know. It's just it was a wild thing to
Nick
see.
Marsh is meeting with Indiana.
Yeah, that'll be scary.
So do you think wins the Ole Miss Miami matchup?
I don't know. I would say Miami probably, just because I feel like they're more talented up front. But
Yeah.
also Mario Cristobal could just shit the bed at any moment. I don't know. I think that I'm gonna go with Miami just because you can't really put too much faith in Ole Miss. But the way that Trinidad was playing, dude, I mean, if he goes out there and does that again, it doesn't matter how good Miami's front seven is. They'll take care of business.
It was like Johnny Manziel. Miami's currently favored 3.5. And obviously, wow, only -4 for Indiana, Oregon. Oregon's probably going to get fucking blown out, in my opinion. I'd probably take that -4. Their offensive line looked like shit.
Game when they did, wasn't it close when
Yeah,
they
at
played each
Oregon.
other once already? It was at
Yeah.
Oregon. But yeah, that was a close matchup. It came
I
down
do like
to
Dan Lanning.
last couple drives.
Big Ten stacked.
Big Ten is stacked.
Dude, how crazy is that, too?
Yeah.
Love it.
And, I mean, some of it is now we have Oregon. Now you got some teams that were never Big Ten teams. You never thought they'd ever be Big Ten teams. But,
Indiana
I mean,
powerhouse.
the main powerhouse, yeah, is Indiana. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's a wild.
Best
wild-
team in the country.
Yeah.
Undefeated, right?
Beat OSU. Love that. That's partially I put a large amount of money for them to beat OSU out of spite after the Michigan OSU game, and it worked. So I just think Cignetti's story is awesome, and I honestly think Ole Miss wins that game. I think having the difference maker at quarterback, I don't trust Beck quite yet. I feel like he'll have a big moment when he does shit the bed like his coach Cristobal. So I do like Ole Miss in that game. It seems like a Cinderella story, and I don't think it's stopping after beating Georgia. I really don't. But they need to get that defensive tackle back in the middle who was down. He was a big difference maker. You saw Georgia start to run the ball when that defensive tackle went out for Ole Miss in that game. I'm not going to act like I watched Ole Miss all year. But, yeah, that quarterback right now, it's electric. And they had some big-time drops, in that game and left 4 points on the board early in that first half. I thought Ole Miss was the better team through and through. Throughout that game. So I like Ole Miss, and it is a fun college football playoff. Like, this is awesome, boys.
Yeah. It's, do you agree? Is the best postseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely had the most parity. You're seeing these upsets. You're seeing big guys go down. You're seeing the backup coach and the transfer Division II quarterback go out there and take down Georgia. Like, yeah, it's definitely had the most parity. It's been fun to watch, man. They're good games. I love seeing Alabama get their ass kicked, so it was fun to watch Georgia do that. Yeah, it's been exciting.
Now, from all this that we watched over the weekend, were there any draft prospects that piqued your interest for our Detroit Lions? I know me specifically, I talked about a Friday. I don't know if you guys made it through that point in the show. I just called it a Friday, and it wasn't a Friday.
It was
That puts it in
Friday.
perspective.
was
Wednesday,
Friday.
we were just wilding out a little bit, and I
Friday.
told you about my guy, Moe Goa, and he fucking showed out. Because there were a couple guys that played this weekend. Moe Goa played. Isaiah World played. What's the other kid from Alabama that actually looks like shit? I don't think he's a
Proctor?
tackle. Yeah,
Proctor.
Caden Proctor. Like, you got
Stop,
it
wait.
was good. It was a good weekend for scouting some of these offensive line guys. Moe Goa was by far the best out there. And he played a damn good team at Ohio State with damn good recruits. He was making the second level. I mean, he was and going against NFL talent, doing his damn thing. A lot of people question, can he play the tackle position? I think he can. But I also wouldn't mind if he plays the interior line position. I have no problem with that. In fact, I don't know what the situation with Taylor Decker, and we'll talk about that as the show progresses too, with the chat as well. But I'd almost prefer him inside. I think I looked it up today. We got the 10th most pressures on the interior as the offensive line in the NFL this year. And I know we got Tate, and I think he's going to maintain his spot. If not, move to center or maybe even left guard. Doesn't matter to me. I think he stays. As much as I love and was excited for Christian Mahogany, and we don't know what the future at all is at center, actually, unless it is Tate, you can definitely afford to use an upgrade. Beyond that, too, the run game in the back half of the season, non-existent. 7 games you had under 100 yards, and you were 0-7 in those games. You know how many games you had under 100 yards last year? None. I'm sorry, 1. 1 game. in comparison.
Yeah.
And this year, now obviously you watched it happen. You can't set the play action. Jared Goff. You lost those games. You're not in the playoffs. The interior needs to be addressed. A lot of people talk about offensive tackle spot, and Mo we go. And again, not only can he play the interior, but if Taylor Decker ends up staying, then he bumps out to the outside next year. You got to do it. We need to do it.
Yeah, I think he's the one. And if he's there when you're picking, it's no doubt. But you're going to have to probably move up if you want to get him because he's going to be a top 2 tackle off of the board more than likely. So hopefully, you get another draft where it's 12 defensive players in a row, and then you could just take him. But if you want to move up, or if you want to get him, you're probably going to have to move up, I would say, close to the top 10. And we'll see. Obviously, Brad Holmes has not been afraid to move up to get his guy in the first round. So it could be him. And like you said, if Taylor Decker does decide to return next year, then you can put him in the interior and look at like what that did with the Eagles with Mekhi Becton. And to have Tate Ratledge and Maui Goa as your 2 interior offensive linemen with whoever you get to play center, whether it's a free agent or a trade or something else.
Yeah.
That's a pretty road-grading offensive line. So hopefully that's what they do. I would love for him to be available to the Lions, but they're not going to be able to just sit on their hands and hope he falls to them. They're going to have to go up and get him.
Is he – I mean, you're talking about trading the top 10 at that point. I don't know if we have the ass. I mean, would you even want to do that?
Would we love some extra third-rounders right now?
You would definitely love some extra third-rounders right now.
For sure. And I think one guy that actually raised his stock more than anybody in college was defensive end David Bailey of Texas Tech. And I'm leaning offensive line for sure.
Yeah.
But if this cat slips down to pick 13, if we get lucky, pick 12 maybe. If the luckiest I believe we can get is 12.
Yeah.
If this guy slips, I mean, he showed out. He was the biggest reason why Texas Tech was even in this game for 3 quarters.
Oh, man.
Their offense couldn't do a goddamn thing. He had 9 tackles, 2 TFLs, 1 sack, 2 passes defended in this game against Oregon. You're talking about a perfect pairing with Aiden Hutchinson to be a game wrecker on the defensive line for this Detroit Lions team for years to come. He led the Big 12 with 19.5 TFLs, 14.5 sacks. He's an absolute game wrecker, as you saw against Oregon. If this guy is on the board, it's a no-brainer, but then you have to get aggressive and trade up from the second round to get that, no doubt, guy that helps on the offensive line. It needs to be O-line for sure, needs to be addressed, but goddamn, if David Bailey's there, it's going to be hard to pass, but I am still leaning. This team goes nowhere without an offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Isaiah World and Proctor, I think those guys could work out as guards. And I want to address the interior, so if it's like a late first or whatever the situation is, if they're there, I'll do it for the guard spot. Not if we're drafting as early as 12, though, for me, those guys. David Bailey, now making it to us. That guy, I mean, dog.
It's probably a top 5 pick.
Wearing number 31. No gloves, no fucking arm strap, just out there balling.
Yeah.
For the love of the fucking game. What a demon. A Dan Campbell guy.
Dan Campbell guy for sure.
Without a fucking shadow of a doubt. And it plays against the run, pass, he was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. That guy was eye-opening. That guy's a fucking dog. Maybe we'll talk about Ruben Bain when we come back too, but real quick before we go to break, clean up some super chats. Also, drop some names that you mentioned or saw this weekend that you think could be a spot for the Detroit Lions with the first round, second round. We'll talk about it, but clean up the super chats. Mike Hilton with Lions gave my soul AIDS. Capital lettered AIDS. AIDS. Yeah, it got that way for me for a little bit too. The other one is the second one from Burns I'm looking at. Basically, the Big Ten is Big Ten winners in all this. Every Big Ten team gets a bonus for each team in the semis and again for the finals, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Shout out to the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. We're back, baby. So back. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend. Get your comments in there. We'll get to when we get back. But first, we got to pay some bills with Massage Chair House. My guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road, has a large massage chair showroom in the Midwest. It's one of the reasons why he has the largest and best massage chair view channel on the internet. Scan the QR code or visit massagechairhouse.com. Schedule your appointment, my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, at the Massage Chair House.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Guys, it's cold outside. Nobody wants to be outside for as long as they got to be. That's why you get the Spider Legs. All right, get the job done quickly. I don't know where I was going with the first sentence. It ended kind of weird. But the point is, Spider Legs get you to where you need to be, and they keep you warm because they get you back in the house sooner. All right, little dog walkers, and they come in the pack. The coated, anything coated in Keith, you know is going to be good. Make sure you check out the Spider Legs dispensary near you. Over 200 different of them. Also, follow them on Instagram, official Spider Legs. What up, though? Welcome back. Woodward Ringside live, WoodwardSports.com, baby. I'm going to do about spend more rat, young Chris, Nick Kohloff, Matt, live button, be your friend, tell a friend, shout it. Yeah, Big Ten back. Who would have knew? Make paying everybody illegal everywhere. Why was the Big Ten not doing it before, though? If the SEC was doing it, we're just
the bag.
More sticklers up here.
The bag.
No, the bag. But I'm saying, like, why was the Big Ten not? I mean, Ohio State, I guess, was doing it.
Yeah, Ohio State was doing it.
Were guys just pussy about doing it?
Yep.
Pretty much, I guess. Look at Dabo now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Pat. Pat has switched sides. He's still new to it. He'll be good, though. He'll be straight, though. Any other guys that played throughout this playoffs that caught your eye? I guess, okay, were you at the Proctor stuff? Would you 12 too early? If Maui Go was gone, if Fano was gone, the two top-tier tackles of this draft class, if Proctor's staring you at 12 to 18, I guess we're probably picking from, would you pull the trigger knowing you still need to address the offensive line regardless?
Yeah, I think I would.
I think I would too.
Because you need insurance at left tackle. You need it. And I don't trust Giovanni Manu to be a player in this league. So you have to get somebody in there. Hopefully, if it is Proctor, then Decker doesn't retire. And you can give him a year to kind of develop and learn and get molded by Taylor Decker in that situation. But you look at, obviously, Brad has an affinity for drafting Alabama players. He has been very good. He didn't look great, but he's been good all year. So could have just been a bad game for the guy. And you're going up against just a fucking buzzsaw in Indiana. So, but, yeah, if he's there and Maui Go is not, and Dave Bailey's not, and there's not anybody that really jumps out
off,
to you.
yeah.
Like he's still a fantastic pick, and yeah.
Again, I think he works. I gotta rewatch the entire game to be honest with you to get a feel for it. But there are times they brought blitzes, and he looked. I mean, he was literally not blocking anyone. He was like looking for someone to find, and it's just. I get it as like the left tackle. It's not super sexy, but if it's some piece that you believe, Hank Freddy, who is regarded as a developer of first-round talent, with Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow, brought him to All-Pro, Pro Bowl status. Like, can he work with that? That's a good molding piece to work with. And if in worst-case scenario, you put that guy on the inside, we back. I truly believe we back. Get the running game going somehow, some way. But, yeah, I mean, ideal, you hope one of these guys fall to you. What about Ruben Bain? That's a guy that I think it was Steve-O that kept or Steve Lehman that kept messaging me about him. That's the kid from Miami, number 4, I believe he is. He's making a lot of big plays. People are concerned about his size. He has shorter arms. Is that a guy you? Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I haven't looked into these prospects. I'll have to do a deep dive. If we have a list of prospects that I got to look at, I will, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at them.
Yeah, my feel for that one, just from watching the game, obviously he's a phenomenal football player. A lot of tremendous commentary on him, too, like throughout, if you're scrolling through Twitter in that game, because he had a hell of a game. He looks smart. I guess it really comes down to, like, what are they going to do this offseason when they sit down and self-scout this defense and, like, what the fuck went wrong? Because we'll have a clip from Calvin Shepard. I don't know if we're playing now or maybe up next, but, like, I don't like the whole thing real quick. I guess I'm gonna get to with the schematics and like this, like what they believe the core foundation. Every time we do this, the draft situation, and we're looking at these like 230 edge rushers, like more speed guys, maybe a little undersized but quick. I automatically check them off my list because that's not what we do here. We draft the Marcus Davenports, we draft the Josh Pascals, but now you're in a situation. 5 years into this thing, I don't think you were able to put out like a consistent defense enough to like have faith in that motto. So do you switch it up and get some of these speed guys, some of these smaller guys to get to the quarterback after? Like, I think this year I am going to allow myself to believe that maybe you could get a Reuben Bain. It's just no. Jake, now?
No.
Damn.
Like Shep said, he doesn't see any drastic changes being made in the defense. Dan Campbell talked about how he, thinks they need to make changes. I don't think Brad Holmes' drafting philosophy is going to be one of those changes made. I doubt they just change up the guy they go after.
Yeah. But if it's like yeah, you're right. We do have
Shepard. It's an elite talent. I don't know how you don't, though. If all these offensive tackles are gone and there's this guy that just put up 4 sacks and 5 TFLs in his 2 playoff games for Miami as they just beat A&M and upset OSU and him being a big factor, why? I mean, you have to look at him and Bailey and say, if they're on the board, like, and you don't have that offensive lineman there, don't get cute with the pick. Just make the right one on the defensive line. We're good. Now you will actually be good, Brad, for the next 5 years if you do this. We've seen the blueprint in Houston right now. Like, do you guys think Houston's some world beater team?
Defensively, yes, but no.
Because they have 2 defensive linemen on the edges that dominate game in, game out.
And DeMeco Ryans. I don't want to discredit DeMeco Ryans and how he schemes that defense up. Like, it is, obviously, it definitely helps with Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, but all 1 through 11 on that defense, man, they are attacking. They're relentless. They play hard on the back end. And that's what it is for me is – the more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm looking at the coordinators more than the players on this team. Because I just think multiple times throughout the season we saw both sides of the ball look confused, look unprepared, and be just flat out outmatched coming out of halftime. And that is 100% on the coordinators and the head coach not having their players prepared. Obviously, you need to upgrade the talent on the interior offensive line. But I just think that Johnny Morton and Calvin Shepard completely shit the bed this year, both of them. And I'm looking at them more and more as I break down what happened this year.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be opposed to firing both of them.
But I definitely think Johnny Morton's gone, especially to play.
You're fired!
Some of the guys that are around the locker room that have these off-the-record conversations, it feels like it's leaning that way. It sounds like
Johnny Morton has to be gone. There's no way he can come back.
Sounds like for some of these same guys, though, Shep may return. And I'm not necessarily opposed to it. I guess I still believe all the things I said about Shep. I think, unfortunately, you're going to have to give him this 1-year grace and it being his first year as play caller. I mean, they asked him some of the things he learned, and some of it was more of like the in-game articulating to these players like what they're doing differently, why we need to change.
That's what scares me, though, is because he did say that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I learned and then at the end of the year, it was the worst we saw it. So if you learned that in-game adjustments are what you need, why didn't you make any at the end of the year? Why didn't you make any against Minnesota? Why didn't you make any against Pittsburgh in games that you needed to win where coming out of halftime you got shit on? So if you learned that those were the things you needed to make, you should have executed them.
Yeah, in fairness, like the Minnesota game, the defense held fairly well up until the one explosion play. But the Pittsburgh one is inexcusable for me.
Yeah.
Because you want to look at the 13. Like a lot of people say the run defense situation, and I don't want to blow through our whole prep sheet, but like to me, the main thing was Brian Branch being gone. I think he was exceptional at crashing down and stopping their run. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you saw, they said like they had enough people to like fill in the gaps against the 13 personnel against Pittsburgh. You just saw that the week before against the Rams. And usage-wise, they were the second team at using 13 personnel. How did you not have the cure or answer to filling like the extra gap and stopping the run? It's just stuff that like I don't know if we will get the answers for like the technical parts of it, or if they'll blow it off and say it will be better. That's bullshit to me. It's not fair to us. I want answers. I guess ultimately, it's not my team, and I'm not, whatever. Maybe I don't deserve an answer. Maybe we don't deserve an. I think we deserve answers as fans. We're the whole reason they fucking exist, right?
Yeah.
I think we should get these fucking answers. Like, what was it? Are you going to correct it? What is the plan to correct it? Like, I don't know. It's just.
Do you think
Corey Patterson 1007 says can't adjust too much with practice squad players. Your entire front seven was healthy, and you had 2 starting secondary players.
That's it. I can't give you the injury excuse. The 49ers were injured all year long.
You were way more injured last year, and you had a top 10 defense.
I get, and Kelvin Shepard said it himself too, like Kirby's an angel in the outfield, and that was absolutely the case. The deep ball, we know that. Everyone knows that. There's 31 other teams without Kirby Joseph. There's 31 other teams without Brian Branch. That can't be the sole reason why it didn't work.
No.
We're not, you know what I'm saying? The 31 other teams without these guys.
And the thing that pissed me off the most about Kelvin Shepard is
his hair.
He should have cut it. No, he went out there and he said, we expect everybody we have that comes in there to make those type of plays, to play at that level, to play. You shouldn't. You should not expect fucking Daniel Thomas and Thomas Harper or Mallet or Shallot or Fallett or Timothy Chalamet or whoever to perform like Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. And if you are expecting that, you're an idiot, because those are 2 of the best safeties in the fucking league. And you can't expect backups and backups of backups to come in there and to perform like that. You shouldn't. You can't. And obviously you did, because you told us you did. So giving them the same responsibilities as you do all pro players, that's just borderline malfeasance. Like, you can't do that. You have to adjust. Thomas Harper's not as good as Kirby Joseph. Daniel Thomas is not as good as Brian Branch. You can't expect them to do the same things that those guys can't, because they can't do the same things that those guys can.
And I guess some of like the putting the magnifying glass on what went wrong, when went wrong, where it went wrong, is some of it protecting your players. You don't want to, drag them through the mud publicly. But if it is a practice squad guy, I mean, you know if he's going to be here anyway. Fucking air it out. Let us know why, because now we're calling for your job. Nick, I know you got something to say. Do you want to say before we come back?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect. All right. Spinny, tell us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's haircuts for men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather, neck shave, a scalp massage, a hot towel treatment, all that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's haircuts for men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
And main event.
The main event kicks off 2026 with Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's making a difference on and off the field, showing us all the true meaning of community and care. Amon, through the St. Brown Foundation, is partnered with Lady Jane's Haircut for Men and Wicked Awesome Wishes to host the main event on January 5th from 4 to 7 p.m. Children facing life-altering challenges and illnesses will join us at Lady Jane's in Birmingham for a night of joy and unforgettable memories. They'll get to dye their hair blue, enjoy a special dinner, and take part in fun activities crafted with love by the team at Wicked Awesome Wishes and Lady Jane's. Tune in to Woodward Sports Live Monday, January 5th, as we share and support this amazing cause. For more information, visit stbrownfoundation.org or wickedawesomes.org.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. boys, men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Jack's Car Wash. Go to Jack's Car Wash and text 888 or WSN to 888-522-1729. Get yourself a free car wash. There's 40-plus locations around Michigan, and you can find one near you today. Text WSN to 888-522-1729. It's Jack's Car Wash.
When you look at the season with the challenges stopping the run, with a healthy defensive line, issues in the secondary at times, the explosive plays, why do you still believe that your scheme gives this team the best chance to win? And when you kind of look at yourself, is there room for potentially drastic changes to the defense next year?
No, I don't see drastic change. What I see and what I've learned in my first year on the job of calling defenses is something that me and Dan talk about every day. You start off the year, I'll be lying to you guys. Listen, I started off the year, I want to have top defense in this category, top this, top that, top that. And you get caught in these statistical things that means nothing if you're not winning football games. This league is about adaptability, and you can have a system all you want, but it's whatever dictates that week is necessary to win the football game. And that's predicated on a lot of different variables. You talk about the offense that you're facing. You talking about the personnel that's at your disposal that week. It's a lot of different variables. And my job has been, and I believe we have done as a defense staff week to week, what is it going to take to stop this offense? And more importantly, what is it going to take for us to play complementary football and win this football game? I believe we have a very versatile system here where we're able to adapt and adjust on the run. And I believe that not only myself, but my staff and these players have done a good job. Listen, the ball hasn't fell our way. I understand where we're at with 8 losses and out of playoff contention, but I'm not going to sit up here and say there needs to be a drastic change and this didn't work, that didn't work. There were weeks we played at a high level with the exact same system, and there was weeks that we didn't. And after this game, we'll go back and look at that in totality and find out the real whys behind that.
I don't know. This is giving me like Scott Harris vibes. Like what he's saying to us. It feels like he's trying to gaslight us because he says like, yeah, you know, it's not like about the statistics. It's about stopping guys in certain situations. And like, yeah, it's about winning games. You want to win, do what it takes to win the game. And like, yeah, I agree with that. But do you know what normally will help you win games if you allow less rushing yards, if you allow teams to score less points, if you allow less passer rating? Like, if you have better statistical defensive stats, you're normally going to win more games. And then he says it's about adapting and it's a fluid system, and what we do this week depends on who we're playing. And then at the end there he says, well, we've seen the same system work well against some teams and not work well against other teams. So are you running the same system or are you adapting it week by week? I think he's just kind of trying to throw shit at the wall instead of just coming out and saying, I'm not good enough, we were not good enough, I did not make the adjustments needed to in game, and we have to be better. That's what you got to do. You got to come out there and own up that you coached like shit. Flat out. It's not that hard. Dan did it. Johnny Morton didn't, but nobody cares about him. He's playing Fruit Ninja. You need to go out there and you need to say, yes, my defense wasn't good enough. Yes, I need to be better at making adjustments. And then I'd be like, okay, at least he realizes what was wrong and what's going on. But to come out here and say, like, no, it's not about your defense's statistics, it's about winning games. Yeah, well, better statistics defensively normally lead to winning more games.
And at a core foundation, I agree with what he said. Like, it isn't always about the statistics. It's about winning the games, doing what you need to do to win games. My number one statistic in winning games is the turnovers.
Yeah.
And you lost two of the guys that are key in doing that, especially in a man-heavy system with losing Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. And I get that. That's fair. I guess where you lose me, and I hope there's a learning experience to be had, is where you're saying what you do that week is dictated by who you play. And that makes sense too. But there's certain weeks where you went up against certain schemes and you got dog walked, specifically in the Steelers game and the Rams game. And I can't really give the Vikings game because you did play well defensively there. It's the one explosive run, and that's fair. But in those games, especially seeing the same type of fucking offense in back-to-back weeks, that's where I'm disappointed in you, because at that point, it's what you came up with that week. And I'll throw Dan Campbell in there too. Because I know Dan Campbell was sure as shit involved in the offensive part of it. As head coach, you got to be involved, or at least know what the hell's going on the defensive side of it too. Those back-to-back weeks, Rams and Steelers, I was tremendously disappointed in what we saw defensively. Maybe in the first half defensively, you did get after a little bit against the Rams, and I'll give you that. But in the second half, you got destroyed.
Yeah.
You got gutted. And then, again, I do think there was a little bit of fluidity with the scheme this year. I saw some zone games. You go back to Legion of Whom game, a lot of zone there. The past 2 weeks we played a lot of zone because you didn't have the roster to do the man coverage. But you got to fill out every other piece too. You got to fill out these gaps. You got to stop the run. That's the number one thing for me.
And super chat in there from Rando Smalls. He says, yeah, that closer, Scott Harris, only putting us in playoffs 2 years in a row and not losing kids. All right. I'm glad you love mediocrity. But
Rando, real quick, on that note, Rando, the black guys that helped them get to the playoffs, Scott didn't fucking draft.
No.
Stop.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve none of that shit.
Stop caping
He did bring in the second baseman. I can't think of his name right now.
Gleyber Torres.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott Harris does not deserve this fucking. He doesn't have credit line with the fans. Don't pull that shit.
He's a Scott Gobbler. But
got another super chat from Sideless as well.
Super chat in there from Burn.
He says, so Shep thought he had an amazing system, and it was figured out because he couldn't adjust to the adjustments to his system. I understand word salad. Shep do be throwing some words. I love him.
He does. It's word salad. He's saying a lot to say nothing is what he just did. And again, when I look at, like, you're talking about adjusting. You're talking about doing what you need to do. You're talking about a fluid system that you can change around to benefit what you need to specifically depending on the game plan and the team you're going up against. But you're plugging in Thomas Harper and Daniel Thomas and those guys and expecting them to be Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. That's bad. That's just bad. You can't do that. You can't put the same amount of pressure and the same amount of responsibility on fifth-string guys as you do two guys who are arguably the best safeties in the league.
What do you think do? They got to understand their responsibilities. They can fucking execute.
Yeah.
Some of the shit is simple as filling in the gaps. And they didn't. And back-to-back weeks of the same fucking scheme. And Cartier, I don't know if you're trolling, but we were tanking the last two games. Put that into context. If you weren't tanking games, you were fucking fighting for the playoffs, brother. Come on.
That's a troll. I think this team needs to make adjustments. They needed to make adjustments with everything went south with the safeties getting injured, but you have your front seven. You need to dial up more blitzes. You needed to get creative. This team was 5-2, and since then, they've given up 27.3 points per game, 28th in football. How about you make a change there, Calvin? Or is it pride? Are you too prideful?
Pride is the devil.
I just don't understand how this... Well, I do understand, and I think it is pride, and I think it is a little bit of gaslighting when it comes to talking about it, and I just... This team is way too talented. They've invested way too much to just have such a bad collapse like this, and the coordinators certainly need to be held accountable, and Dan Campbell does... in that light as well, for putting these guys in place when you're on a Super Bowl window, when you lost your all-pro Pro Bowl center, you lost your, obviously mastermind offensive coordinator, you fill that in with a guy in Johnny Moe who was never an offensive coordinator right before the season.
He was with the Jets briefly.
Briefly with the Jets once. All right, I apologize, but I know he wasn't quite some time.
He's a pass game coordinator for the Broncos prior to that?
Exactly. I'm saying, like, you don't go out and get some proven guy that you know is a dog, and then you give Kelvin Sheppard his first shot for a team that is in a Super Bowl window. And we all liked the way Kelvin Sheppard talked to the media. We liked his attitude. That same attitude right now and the same, like, defiance, like he is right on this, I think is proven to backfire a little bit on him right now, as you've seen him not make the changes needed, especially down the stretch when this became one of the worst defense in the NFL.
Well, Nick, that was my big thing. That's when I lost faith in him, like, this season. I'm just talking this season, because I still do. I do like the way he talks, even though, like Spencer said, I mean, half his answer sounded like he was just reading the job off ZipRecruiter of what he was hired to do. But the point I lost faith is when you stopped being able to handle the run. And that was the issue, because Aaron Glenn, it didn't matter who the hell he had filling in that week. You were not running the football against this Detroit Lions team. This wasn't the best defense. This wasn't an elite defense for a majority of Aaron Glenn's tenure, but he did have one identity trait, and he did it with backups. He did it with third strings, fourth string guys, like fifth string guys. So he's been in similar situations to you and produced results. So we know it's possible, especially if the scheme isn't really changing that much. If the structure is already in place that you're inheriting, and that's where I feel like I lost faith in him, was once I saw that, I saw, okay, he is just not of the caliber of coordinator right now that, one, we need, and two, that we had before in Aaron Glenn. And that's where I think you can hold him accountable for. That's fair. The injuries and stuff suck, but there are certain things that this Lions team has done for years, no matter who was on that roster.
I can't blame personnel when you look at it's really two guys.
Yeah.
In your corners. And your corners aren't really like the guys you're depending on to stop a run. They're your secondary defense, right? Like I don't know. I'm butthurt about it because I was a big believer in Kelvin Sheppard. I still may be. Maybe corrects these things. We'll see, but not more than correct yourself at Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month. Or you can upgrade to the Black Card and get you some amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Tell us about Chill Medicated.
Chill Medicated, my grandmother's favorite, helps her get through her daily aches and pains. And the best part about it, she does it without getting high. All right, she's a grandmother. She doesn't like to be high, for Christ's sakes. Visit chillmedicatedcbd.com and get you some.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com. Pick out some of the best stuff that they got, whether it's the high-lows or the boom shakalakas. They also got their own brand of concentrates that you can find all in stores now. Go to getmadpacks.com, find it near you. Mad Flavor, Mad High, Mad Packs.
How much does that have to do with positioning? I mean, again, Kirby obviously had a real knack for it, creating takeaways.
Absolutely.
But, how much does that have to do with positioning and just kind of knowing?
Listen, I'll be lying to you if I didn't say the deep part of the field wasn't affected with the loss of Kirby. Like, that'd be a flat-out lie. I think it's obvious to anybody with two eyes that's been around the sport, and especially around the Detroit Lions defense the past 3 years, call it. Just watch what that player's been able to do back there. can naturally see that. That's kind of his superpower. I went back, because you go through these scales and you're like, why are we giving up these explosives? And you don't want to pinpoint it on a player. But in previous years, there's been guys beating coverage, and Kirby's been kind of the angel in the outfield where we weren't as exposed as we have been as of late. But again, not making any personnel excuses, anything like that. I believe we've put players in position, and players have been at the point of contact. The ball just hasn't necessarily bounced our way in some of those situations this year.
Kelvin Sheppard on Kirby Joseph's impact on the defense, which I do believe was a thing. Again, particularly when you're talking about a man-heavy scheme, the guys that get the turnovers have been the safeties, are the safeties. That's usually how it goes. Your cornerbacks got their backs turned. You're covering the wide receivers. I get it. But, again, there's 31 other teams without Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. Just not enough of a reason for me. And I don't think Shep was given an excuse either. But
the 49ers lost Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, and their defense is still pretty fucking good. So it's not like, yeah, does losing those guys hurt? For sure. But not adjusting your scheme and not adjusting what you're going to do because you have fourth-string safeties in there and expecting them to produce at the same level as Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch and drawing up your defense week in and week out like you have Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch out there when you don't is inexcusable. And it's just idiotic, honestly. Like, I understand the whole mentality of next man up, and that guy's got it. No, he's not. Daniel Thomas will never be as good as Kirby Joseph. Thomas Harper will never be as good as Brian Branch. They can't do the things those guys can. You shouldn't expect them to. And you're putting the rest of your defense in a big, big hole if you are expecting them to do that.
I'm with you heartily on that one. Yeah, I still only – because my opinion, and I could be wrong on this, Shep could very well be back here coaching the defense. And again, I think he can grow from this. I think you could expect maybe a second-year leap the same way you do with a football player, right? But I guess like where – I don't even know, man. But I think Shepard's coming back, I guess is what I'm trying to get to. Given the comments that Dan Campbell said in 97.1 for Shep to come back, unless he's just like the ultimate fucking poker face – which I could see him being because he is. I mean, he's a fucking man's man. But hearing the comments that Dan Campbell said on 97.1 where it sounded like maybe we were getting rid of Kelvin Sheppard, for him to come up there and have that same conviction in the words he was saying and talking about not changing the scheme for next year, talking about these things of the future, I feel like Dan had to have gone to Shep and had that conversation since then. And the other thing, too, even before Dan answered that question with, like, I think about everything, he did say he liked Shep. And, there was some growth from Shep. So I think he does return as your defensive coordinator. We just got to hope that he learns from these lessons. You can't be dependent solely on your players. There are many other teams across the National Football League, including ones in the playoffs, that have injuries. Spinney brought up about the 49ers. The 49ers situation goes much more to the defense. They lost their quarterback, for Christ's sakes. They didn't have him out there in the field. I think there's games they had without George Kittle. Matter of fact, I think last week they beat the Chicago Bears without George Kittle, if I'm not mistaken. Like, the injuries can't be the excuse. It's execution and coaching. And some of the execution is based on your coaching. How well do these backups or fifth stringers know the game plan? What are their sole responsibilities? Like, you gotta be able to communicate and articulate that stuff to these guys. That's what this year, outside of the offensive line, I'm coaching.
So I think gathering from what you're saying, Easy, and what I've seen throughout the course of this season, is that, not saying this isn't a thing, the in-game adjustments point that you did point out that, look, he did more zone than we've seen. So he has tried things within games, but I go back to that first stretch of games at the beginning of the season, right, where I think it was after game 4 or 5 where Kelvin Sheppard said, what I really want to do this week is stop them from scoring on the first drive. And so when he is highlighting that is a consistent problem, that tells me that the problems stem before the game. It's not the in-game adjustments. It's the preparation, the practice leading up to it that he has to improve on. Like that to me is where I'm seeing the flaws, is if you're coming in with a game plan that's allowing these teams to punch you in the mouth early and get out to a lead, then maybe it's not all on the adjustments. Now, certainly at the back half, it was terrible third quarters, things of that nature and all of that, but I feel like there's also just a pure lack of preparation, or maybe not a lack of preparation, but going about the preparation the wrong way, and that's what's putting this team back week to week. It's not just the in-game adjustments.
Game plan as well going into them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Steelers is the number one example for me. There's just no excuse for that game to go the way it went, offensively and defensively.
You got out-coached. I multiple times this season. Anytime you went up against an elite coach, you got exposed. And that is immediately an expression of the coaching staff. So they need to be better. And if you allow some of these names to go to other teams, when we're talking about Brian Flores, possibly Raheem Morris, possibly Todd Bowles, if you allow those guys to go other places, stick with Kelvin Shepard, it better work out. Because it doesn't matter how good your players are. If your coach can't scheme anything up, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm at the point where you need an elite defensive coordinator for this team, and I don't believe Kelvin Shepard's it. And I am not going to be here to wait on that. I mean, this team has the players to make a legitimate Super Bowl run if they can upgrade this offensive line. Kelvin Shepard, this was your 1 year. You didn't ascend and get better.
No, he got worse.
He got worse down the stretch. That is the issue. You know, so obviously you're going to deal with injuries every season, but yeah, new OC, new DC, I'm with you, Spencer. They need to bring in elite talent, and this is the one time I'll shout out
Lions fans.
Sheila Ford Hamp, because she can make a difference in this and pulling out the checkbook and writing the checks. Like, this is it. It doesn't go against the cap. Dan Campbell, you've been in this league for a long time as a player, as a coach, as a, tight end coach with the Saints. You've been with the Dolphins. Go call some of these connections that you've made throughout your time. And obviously he did it with Johnny Morton, but Johnny Morton wasn't some proven guy, as we talked about. You need to go out, get a legitimate DC that's ready to come in here, be a leader, a proven leader, and coach this D up that they can make a legitimate Super Bowl run next year. I don't want to be hanging around 500 ever again. Like, this is such a disaster of a season.
Too much talent on this
Go
team.
learn from it. Learn from it, and we'll see if they do, because they have been stubborn and they have gaslit the fan base and saying we're good and, they like to do things their way. Well, your way got us to an NFC championship, which we love. But you also blew the 17-point lead in the second half of that NFC championship game. You went out to lose your first playoff game against a rookie quarterback in the Commanders the next year, and then you missed the playoffs. Fourth in the division, it's looking like. That's your trajectory right now. It's the same as Kelvin Shepard's. It's like this. It's going downhill, folks. Time to learn from it and time to get better from it. So I don't know if they will, to be quite honest. I want to believe that they will, but they are a stubborn bunch as of now, and we have to see it to believe it.
Yeah. Are you going to lose confidence in Dan Campbell or this window if Kelvin Shepard returns?
That's a tough question. It depends if Flores is actually available and some of these coaches are actually available.
Yeah, it could be like a contract play. Just get some more, to get like a...
It depends if the other guys are actually available.
Yeah, because it could be somewhere he's like, hey, I'm worthy of a head coach. I want $10 million, that sounds crazy. I don't know if there's any DCs getting paid that. Let's say $8 million, and they're like, whoa, that's a lot of money. Maybe if you go out there and find someone worth it, we'll match it. It could be that type of situation. I don't know.
Like if some of these head coaches that are, known for defense get fired, I'm bringing in, majority of those guys over Kelvin Shepard. That's where I'm at with it.
And particularly in the NFL, where you see the young mind coordinator succeed, is not the defensive side of the ball; it's the offensive side of the ball, right? Like go get the veteran DC. And if you want to take a shot on some wonder kid that could be the next Ben Johnson or whatever on offense, then that's what you do. I almost feel like they went about it backwards. They went with the veteran choice for offensive coordinator, and they went with a young upstarter at the defensive end. So I feel like what historically works, what's worked with this franchise, is going with some type of veteran and veteran on defense, and then for offense, taking a shot on somebody who you think might be the next Ben Johnson, somebody that's smart in-house, or going out and getting that guy that you think just deserves that shot. To me, I feel like that's the better route to go for them, especially given the candidates that you guys are mentioning it possible.
It's kind of a good point. Surprise. Good take, Chris. I think the defensive mind looking around. I mean, for real. Steve Spagnuolo, old school guy. Vic Fangio, old school guy. Raheem Morris been there for a long time. Like the defensive coordinators are the older guys. The offensive side is where you're looking for the young hot name.
Innovation.
Yeah. Defense don't change. You only do what you can do.
You know what works in defense. Yeah.
Clip it. Fuck yeah, Chris.
Good job, Chris.
Let him cook.
All right, don't do it like that.
We're gonna put it on the fridge.
Yeah.
Proud of you. That. You got anything else before we go to break?
No, I don't think so.
All right, let's go to break. We got some Pistons stuff. We got a lot of other stuff. We'll get to it.
All right, let me tell you about Black Rock Bar and Grill. Black Rock Bar and Grill is a sizzle above the rest. You can go to any of the locations. Heavyweights have been to 2, and they are 2 for 2 both times. Great food, great service, great vibes. And you got to check out the one closest to you. Heartland, Novi, Kenton, Ann Arbor, Utica, Davidson, and Portage. And when you go there, not only do you get good foods, good vibe, good service, but you can also get a good price. Get 20% off your total food bill by mentioning Woodward Sports. Exclusions apply.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Pizza, bring in the new year with a free 4-square, one-topping pizza when you purchase a $50 gift card from Buddy'sPizza.com. Try to get a little discount. Use promo code TimMeal. Just saying. Fun fact, for New Year's, Spinny and I were at a local establishment of a nicer establishment, I'd say, in a nicer area, upper echelon area. And
we got a bar in Birmingham.
Yes.
Was old Two Eyes there?
With lots of Whats.
Two Eyes was there.
And Two Eyes was there.
Shout out.
We got fucked up and started singing backseat freestyle by Kendrick Lamar.
Yep. And then I did Rockstar by Nickelback after to even it out.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be back to back. We should have just told him no.
Yeah.
To that part of it, but yeah, good time. Just interrupt the flow with.
Hey,
the song starts with Martin Had a Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically, people are on alert.
They're like, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. The whites were on high alert for sure.
Spencer, I give you credit though. Going back-to-back karaoke is not easy feat. It's
Didn't
really
want
not.
to.
Didn't want to.
Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't plan to. But the lady coming around the list, I couldn't tell her no to nothing.
She was fucking.
She could have walked away with everything.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
I was at risk, honestly. You should be thankful I survived that interaction.
Hey, you know what? Let me hit that.
Oh, Lord. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live.
I was fighting for
Sports.com.
my life at the bar.
The cream's in your mouth a little bit.
You got war wounds. Your hoodie has war wounds.
My hoodie has war wounds. It came out.
It was a good time, though. I had a good time.
It was a lot of fun.
Great food.
Great food. Great people. The staff there is awesome.
Yeah.
I've been chilling there a couple times now, so shout out
That
to
appetizer we
shout
got
out to
there was
Wes,
good.
shout out to Sam.
Yeah.
They take care of us.
They got pizza rolls there now, Chris.
Oh, I'm in.
Gas. Except for I kept biting in mine. I can't even say what I want to say because it's just.
They got corn dogs in there too?
I don't know. Spinny would be all about it.
I got corn dogs in my house.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Are you still a corn dog over pizza roll guy, or just
Always, dude. That was the
that's crazy.
funniest debate during our stream.
Yeah,
Crazy
it's
to me.
easily corn dogs over pizza
That's
rolls.
disgusting.
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I'm pizza rolls.
That was so funny during our fucking stream.
45 seconds in the microwave, boom, done.
Nope.
I gotta get a little crisp on the oven if I got time for it. If not, I'm right there with you.
I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. I like simple pleasures.
You are.
Spinny, you got some of your wish. Penei Sewell,
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
This Sunday against Chicago Bears. Alex Zaloni out this weekend against Sunday Bears, Chicago Bears. And Oli McNeil out against the Chicago Bears. We are last. Fuck, the Anzo's.
Enzo might be gone.
Yeah, dude.
He probably is.
Well, yeah, he definitely is. Or at least you gotta be smart and not hurt yourself heading into free agency.
Yeah.
Maybe he did. I don't know. Golf playing though. Is he at risk without Penei Sewell in there? No Giovanni Manu, by the way, too. Not getting activated for this one. Amon-Ra, sound like he's gonna play.
So is Skip and Deck?
Skip and Deck.
We're gonna see mobile golf out there if he's playing, boy. Let me tell you
Happy
what.
feet.
He's gonna be running for his goddamn life. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad Penei's not playing.
Yeah, me too.
He should not have played in this game.
Me too.
And I like to think that Dan Campbell walked up to him and was like, "Listen, big fella, you're not going," because you know he'd be playing. If there was anything on the line in this game, you know Penei Sewell would be in there. He's probably gonna be suited up too because he's that much of a psycho. He's probably just gonna be standing out there with his pads and everything on.
I mean, he kind of should be.
No.
I feel like when Dan plays, I feel like he always kind of gets hurt.
Skipper?
Yeah. I swear, I feel like he always
so
gets hurt when he
big,
plays.
bro.
Yeah,
he always
yeah,
gets
yeah.
rolled up on.
He's a little bit older too.
Yeah, he's an older guy and
Yeah.
lining up at wide receiver. Like, I think that Penei Sewell, go get surgery right now. Like, we need you to start your rehab immediately because that ankle is not right. So
Yeah.
this is a good move by Dan. I'm glad he did it. You know, I was talking to him a lot.
Yeah.
Had to convince him.
A lot of texts.
A lot of texts back and forth. Like, come on, big guy. You know, we got to think of
Come on,
next
big
year.
hit.
And literally the most important player in this franchise is Penei Sewell. So you cannot allow him to go out there. And he's like, you know what, Spenny? You're right. So shout out to Dan.
Shout out to my thing just reloaded, so I can't see the super chat.
It's Burn.
Burn with the super chat in there. He says, so this is proof Aleem wasn't 100% all season. I fucking hope not. Well, I hope he wasn't 100%.
No,
Me too.
hard pass.
This
And-
one was his abdominal injury, obviously, but the ACL stuff is not. He's not looked himself.
Different injuries for sure.
I hope I'm with me.
Because if he's 100%, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
He's making a lot of money. And you need him to be your second best pass rusher.
Decker's last game as well, right? It says dinger cleavage. I spoke to some people around the situation, and at first they said, "What do you mean?" And then they had some off-the-record conversations in the locker room that's leading him to believe it could be a situation where this may be Decker's last game. We don't know yet, obviously, but
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, he's just got to take his licks and get into the offseason and see how he feels. That's what it's going to be like for all of these guys, all of these older players. So DJ Reader is probably the same thing. And obviously he's a free agent anyways, but Taylor Deckers, he's an older guy, man, and he's banged up. And I pray to God he can give it a go again next year because we need him. We really need him. So hopefully he can go. But if he can't, man, I just thank you. Thank you to everything he's done. He's been through the fucking dirt, through the mud, to the highest peak that this team has seen, and he deserved better. Always playing banged up, never bitching. Always the thing I respect the most about Taylor Decker is he always takes accountability. He never goes, anytime you see him with a presser, it's never, oh, you know, this happened, then that happened, then this, then no. He's never making excuses. He's always saying, we were not good enough. We need to be better. I was not good enough. I need to be better. We have a standard for our offensive line. It doesn't matter who's out there. They have to play at a certain level. So I really appreciate that from him. I love Taylor Decker. I hope he can give it a go again next year. And I hope his last game as a Lion wasn't that embarrassing loss to Max Brosmer.
Yeah, I think Taylor Decker was the first one to, I guess, awaken me to like how much of a warrior these guys are.
Yeah.
The combination of both he and Frank Ragnow, just because he had been dealing with injuries, I think, ever since we drafted Panay. And that's why Panay, his first actual start was at left tackle. And I saw Decker battle back through that. I heard the stories about him fighting with the trainers to play.
Yeah.
When they told him to rest it. I mean, this year coming in with the banged-up shoulder after having the shoulder injury, starting the first couple of games, having to take some off just because he wants to win and he wants to be there for his team. He wanted to enjoy this window of opportunity to have success because he experienced it. He didn't experience it beforehand. I do hope he comes back. If you're listening, Taylor Decker, it's just more than like a selfish scenario. I think this team just grab one more piece. I think you know this. Grab a few more pieces, or it's tighten things up in the interior. You'll be right back in the conversation. I think you should give yourself that opportunity. But all that being said, I mean, I am thankful for the career Taylor Decker had. He was sure as shit a damn good tackle in the National Football League.
Yeah, he's been consistently good his entire career for the
leader.
Lions. Good leader. Like I said, never bitches about anything, never makes excuses. He's always playing banged up. He's always playing at a high level. You put him out there at left tackle on an island with some of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and he's always, battling. And he has been a good to great offensive tackle his entire career. And he's been here the whole time, man. It makes me sad. Like, these are the guys, you guys know how I feel about offensive linemen. I fucking love offensive linemen. And Frank was a big loss, man. That was... I love Frank Ragnow, and it's the same with Taylor Decker. Like, it's gonna, which it's not. Nothing has come out yet. He hasn't said anything yet, and he's probably, he's gonna. I assume he's gonna take a couple months after the season and see how he feels. But if he does decide to hang him up, man, that's gonna be a big blow, not only for the offensive line but for me, because he's one of my favorite players on the team.
Taylor Decker with a banged-up shoulder held Myles Garrett to no sacks.
Yes.
That's a guy on pace. We're at this last final game going and break the record.
Trying to break the record.
Just shout out to Taylor Decker. 16 degrees Sunday night, possibly light snow, says Damon Dice.
Golf legacy game.
This is a golf legacy game.
Hopefully Taylor Decker goes out there and sees Dan Skipper and like a motherfucking villain. The rest of that offensive line getting worked, and he's like, Jesus, I can't leave these guys yet.
yeah, for real.
But, it's the same kind of deal with Frank. Like, they're older guys. They're banged up. He's got a family. I'm sure he wants to enjoy his life with his family. And it is a gauntlet to get through an NFL season, especially at the age he's at, especially with the injuries, with the size he is. Those injuries, those knees, those ankles, stuff like that, it definitely hurts a lot more when you're fucking 6'7", 320 pounds.
Real quick, easy.
Go ahead.
At this, I don't want Decker to retire. Obviously, he's been a really good left tackle for the Detroit Lions, who I thought hasn't really got his praise until the last couple of years. I always feel like he was overlooked for this Lions team, but I do like... At what point can we just have some guys like go into their mid-30s? We talk about Frank having to retire because of injuries. Obviously, the two GOATs both retired in this organization, and Barry and Calvin, early. I just don't... It sucks. You see other guys on other teams, besides like Andrew Luck, Luke Kuechly. I can't really think of too many like really good players retiring super early. Like, I feel like the Lions are getting a little... the short end of the stick on this a little bit. I don't know. It could be just because we have our eyes on it so much when we talk about it. But to have two first-rounders, retire pretty early. I think Frank was, 28, 29 when he did, and Decker's 32. Like, that's still pretty early in terms of, career. So, and then Calvin and Barry both retired early.
Yeah, but you got to think, like, the average NFL career is like 2.5 years, and he's been in the league for 10 years now. So, like, it's gonna happen. Not everybody could be Joe Thomas, but hopefully he's ready to go and he can give it a go next year, and he's out there because, like I said, we're gonna need him.
We had a super chat from Masson. He says, "Don't forget Glasgow and Decker were drafted same class. Yeah, they might walk out together."
Yep, the Wolfpack.
Weezy D,
they already
313.
lost one of their Wolves.
With his Weezy D 313 comment, as always, with some ridiculous stuff. Also, it's a time to acknowledge how nobody projected this O-line could be whipped like this. I remember specifically I told you guys, it is not going to be pretty. And I was everything you guys say when I talk about golf. Which, by the way, how crazy. Some of the same people that sat up here and called me fucking haters are saying the same exact things about Jared Goff today without being called a hater. When I said he needed everything to win, I was an asshole. I was a hater, didn't know ball, all that. And now everyone else is saying it because it's a fucking matter of fact. But the same thing with the offensive line. I told you guys, don't count on this being an Eagles situation. You don't. This ain't that. And it wasn't. You saw it this season. Fucking wheezy. Love you. Smash the like button. Gold Crown concentrates. Let me tell you, they've been around since the caregiver days. The concentrates are their bread and butter. They even create products for other company because they got it like that. They also got their own infused products called Jesters. Make sure you check them out. Their pre-rolls come in multiple different strains. They get you to where you need to go. They got the dog walkers as well to keep you warm. The gummies, infused, coated in nerds for the extra pop. Smoke like royalty only with Gold Crown.
Wicked pickle.
Yeah. Everybody listen up. This is your last chance. Last chance to register for the Woodward Sports Wicked Pickle Open January 9th through the 11th. 3 days of non-stop pickleball, men's, women's, mixed and singles divisions. This is where champions are made. Word on the street is Chris and I will be going up against Spencer and a special guest. And so make sure you come out this Friday night at 7:30 because the Woodward Sports Celebrity Tournament hits the court. All your favorite Woodward Sports personalities throwing down, plus local celebs, and it's all broadcast live. Sign up now at pickleballtournaments.com or call Wicked Pickle at 734-331-3451.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Sports fans, Dr. Jeff Pierce. Hit him up if you're hurt. 248-426-9944. Live on Big D Energy and on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. All of his trips powered by Michigan Sports and Spine and Amon-Ra of Southfield. Dr. Jeff S. Pierce.
I love it. And I love you, Galloping Lakes, by the way. By the way, smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We're not going to do it. We're going to have fucking 9 months of this. But Galloping Lake, if only Goff had a running game like Stafford, he would have a higher QB rating. Oh, wait, he does, even though he hasn't had a running game for the last 4 games. I'm glad QB rating wins you games. I'm a fuck a quarter. When Stafford was here, put up numbers, I was told he was a stat patter.
Yep.
Now Jared Goff is here. He's just a better quarterback.
Damn, that's a good one.
Which one is it? Is Jared Goff a stat? I would assume he's a stat patter at that point, right? Same scenario.
You can't do it with Goff.
Yeah, no.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Padded
Goff.
Stattered.
Parrot Goff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. If you complained, if you bitched, if you said that Matthew Stafford's padding stats, I don't want to hear you take a single victory lap about Jared Goff this year.
It needs to fucking stop. For the love of God, please. And I'm asking you once more. I'm genuinely asking. I'm not even trying to be a dick. I just want to know. I need for my own sanity, for my own sake. Can you give me the game-winning drive where Jared Goff carried this team? I got the Amon-Ra one. He feels like a front leader to me, a front runner. I love him. And then you get the job done with him, but you need, well, I don't know if you get the job done with him, but you need everything to get there. More than any other scenario across the National Football League outside of, obviously, the Oakland Raiders and, teams with absolute shit dog quarterbacks. We got to stop with the victory lapping, the fucking, like, how does a guy that gets all the credit for winning doesn't get a piece of the pie when we lose? I don't understand the logic. It's an easy, simple topic to do. I'm not trying to do like a lazy show up here. I don't know. I try to bring a little bit of logic to these people to see if they can fucking conduct it for themselves, and it fails every single time. I don't know why I even fucking try. I really don't.
But remember, Jared Goff creates the yak for his wide receivers.
Yeah.
The most yak in the league, right? Okay. So meaning his wide receivers get
Nope, he creates it for him.
Majority of his yards. Okay.
He creates that yak opportunity for his wide receivers. Because there's one thing that yards after catch are really dependent on. It's what happens before the catch.
Combat legs. There have been plenty of games where Goff carried this team for a game-winning drive. What is he talking about?
Name two.
Let's hear them. I'm asking you to bring it. Tell me.
Yeah, let me hear some.
Give me the example.
This year, give me two of them.
That's all, man. I'm not. You tell me that it exists. Okay, I'm listening. I'm looking.
He had that drive that beat Pittsburgh. We lost to Pittsburgh. But, hey, he almost had that one drive that could have been there.
Not telling you guys he's a quarterback. We have this quarterback under contract. We're paying him handsomely.
No, Jared Goff's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you need to grab the things that allow him to be that you can win games with.
You have to have the best offensive line in the NFL if you want a chance at winning the Super Bowl, Jared Goff. Period. So, I know that we all know that now. I know that all of you guys know that now because you consistently tell me that the offensive line needs to be better. But if Jared Goff's the greatest quarterback in the league, you think he'd just overcome? He would just run away. But no, if you're an adult, if you're a rational human, if you think about things critically, you can see that there are some holes, and it's okay. Nobody's perfect. He does things very well, and he struggles with some things. So you have to insulate him so you can play to his strengths, and that is he needs to be protected at all times, and he needs an elite running game.
Anson says, what about both winning drives against the Vikings this year?
It's fair.
That is fair. Combat, this guy, Cardi is trolling. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I'm not reading that shit.
Can we take away, to transition off this, because I know we got a whole offseason to talk about this particular topic, and I know you don't even want to talk about this particular topic.
I just want to know.
I know.
Give me a game where he carried.
While they're combing the massive pile of evidence that they have for that, I do want to ask, going into this game, because we do have a game this Sunday, unfortunately, is there anything you can take away from watching that game at all? Is there anything you think
This game?
you can see? Yes.
This is Bears?
Yes.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. How about this?
Like, if somebody performs positive, is there any...
Kelvin Shepard, if you can stop the run. I mean, that's been the curse in the back half of the season. Is teams, no matter how good they are as a running team, is them coming into Ford Field or just going up against the Detroit Lions and running it down their throat when it comes down to it. The Bears right now are the second best running team in the National Football League, and it's going to be a cold, snowy game. Can you stop the run? That's I guess the one thing I could take out of it. Can Kelvin Shepard fucking scheme up something to stop the run?
Wheezy D313 says holes like Burrow. Sure. Let me
Wheezy,
know what holes. Which ones?
Wheezy,
all those holes that you know from him. What are they? Let me know.
Spencer, you got any takeaways from this upcoming game? You think you can see anything you can watch?
Takeaways?
Well, not takeaways, but is there anything that you could see this game that you can kind of have?
No,
as
season's
evidence?
over. Game doesn't matter.
Okay.
Are we starting Miles Frazier at right tackle?
I hope so.
Question mark?
I saw somebody ask that.
Because that would
Probably.
be mine to see if he looks.
Oh, coming
good.
in on fire.
What up, Doe? I got Miles Frazier.
I need that sound drop.
I would like that. I would like Miles Frazier to get a lot of work. I would like Sion Vaki to get a lot of work. Throw 40 balls at Isaac Tesla.
Yeah.
Like it's like a preseason game. This is a preseason game pretty much. You want to see the young guys go out there and see what they can do. That's it. Don't get hurt, and hopefully the young guys make plays.
Lunchbox said Goff carried the Lions week 2 against the Bears.
That drive in a 30-point blowout, that game-winning drive in a 30-point blowout. That's the one you're bringing up?
I don't think he carried anyone against the Bears.
Like Jared Goff, yeah, he had a good year for sure. Did the stats matter? No, they didn't, unfortunately. And, when you needed not just Jared Goff, but when you needed the offense the most, in the third quarter against the Vikings, in the third quarter against the Steelers, in the second half against the Rams, you're nowhere to be found. So, is that all on Jared Goff? No, I wouldn't put it all on Jared Goff. I put 2 games this season on Jared Goff. I put Philly, and I put that last Minnesota game. And that's all right, because I would say pretty much every quarterback in the league is going to give you 2 games a year where they just fucking lose it. And unfortunately, you didn't have the ability to have a 2-game buffer. So,
did Goff carry this team against the Cowboys? I don't think so.
That was the Gibbs passing game where he exploded for a bunch of yards after the catch.
So a lot of short passes.
So a lot of
checkdowns
downs to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Got it.
Getting Gibbs in space.
Real
and
good.
making defenders look silly. Which, why the hell did we get away from that?
Got away from that, yeah.
Yeah.
Made no sense
Dan
whatsoever.
They've been trying. They can't connect. Gibbs been dropping some balls,
Gibbs
too.
has been dropping some balls.
I would say he's the second best pass catcher on the team, though.
Oof.
Let's talk positive. Who's going to be in a hot dog suit?
The Knicks suit?
Whoa, chill.
It is the Knicks suit now.
Yeah.
Chill.
It's been officially renamed.
Whoa.
I got a pen and I didn't do it.
Let's do Pistons, give you some time, and then we'll end it with Pick'em.
I got a pen in here. I can throw it.
I got one, too.
Hey, Chav.
And Chris is going to throw me that pen through the glass door?
Yeah, fucking
Catch.
idiot. Want to touch about Loom real quick? We should have let you do it.
You did.
I'll say the windows are clean.
All right. Let me tell you about Loom Cannabis. Shout out to Loom, man. They take care of me every time I go in there. There's one right over by my house, and I really wouldn't go anywhere else. Like Loom.com, flat out. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off. They got great exclusive products like the Buzzins. All of their pens are great, and I'm smoking on their Do-Si-Do right now. I'm a fan of any type of cookie, and that's some real good stuff.
Yellow
so make sure you go check it out. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off. Loom.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Point. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning, man. They're family owned and operated for 40 years. You can go visit their website at sharonsheating.com. It's brand new. You can book online. You can see everything you need. Check out all their financing options. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated, servicing Michigan families for over 40 years. sharonsheating.com.
I love battling the Gobblers, but we'll let them be. Do you want to sneak in some Pistons, or do you want me to beat up these Gobblers in the chat? Where do you want to go with this one? I'm still waiting for the games you carried. Huh?
We got to do the pick 'em, right? Final
yeah,
one.
we still making it. I'll go Pistons real quick. I'll go Pistons for a minute.
Yeah, damn, Chris.
I thought you were good at this.
Last night, I didn't even get an answer.
For me?
I tried to call, but the phone wouldn't let me dial.
Me?
I'm sitting here with this blank expression.
Oh, God damn it.
The way I feel. All right, anyway. It's a long season. All right, everything's not over. But I blame last night's loss. I love this man. Cade was a bad game for Cade. It wasn't a great game for Cade. How about that? 7 turnovers. I think he shot like 37% from the field. It just wasn't ideal, to be honest with you. And honestly too, the Miami Heat play a sound game. I know sometimes people want more from Asar offensively too, but like I was talking to my boy Ronnie, and he was like, I kind of like the fact that Asar's not great on offense because it means more shots for Cade. Now, you know what? I like that.
Fuck is that?
I want
like
my guy to have zero offensive.
It means you want Asar taking shots away from Cade? I don't.
If he can make them,
yeah.
No, I'm fine with it.
That is crazy cope.
That's the most copium shit I've ever heard.
I think that's a great point.
No, it's not.
You don't go to Asar for your offense. He's got a lockdown defense.
It's not go to him for his offense, but it's hit a fucking open shot.
Would you rather him have that shot or Cade?
He's gonna get the shots. He needs to hit them.
I'd rather have Cade take the shots.
You'd rather have Cade chuck up a double team 2 because his 3 can't do anything offensively?
He can do something.
No, he can't.
Relax.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't hate it. I actually didn't hate it. It makes sense.
Crazy.
Who would you rather take the shot?
That makes sense.
Who would you rather take the shot? That's like it's LeBron scenario. Where
Cade's still gonna take
LeBron
the
always
shot.
made the right pass and he got killed for it.
I still want Cade taking the shot, but that doesn't mean you could just have somebody that can't play offense out there.
Yeah, let's just
Like it doesn't just. No, I'm glad he can't. I'm glad he's shooting 10% because we don't want him taking shots anyways. Well, yeah, because he's ass at shooting. But I'd rather have a good offensive player.
Arf, easy calls anyone who doesn't hate golf a gobbler. No, I call the special people with big hearts, gobblers, because they're idiots, dummies. There's just nothing this guy can do wrong. It's everyone else's fault. He doesn't need everything else around him, but it's everyone else's fault. What the fuck where's the logic in any of that shit? They are cock-sucking gobblers, without a shadow of a doubt. Yes, those people are gobblers.
stay focused here, Pistons. Stay focused.
I'm sorry. You can't take the slander.
Can do all these games.
There are gobblers. They exist. They're out there. You're not going to pretend like they don't. Cartier, I don't know if he's a real person or if he just trolls all the time. He's one of them. Weezy's one of them. There's a couple more in the chat as well, too. We miss you, Just a Fan. He doesn't want to take the abuse.
I'm going to throw out some of these boot balls.
Easy. You know what? You're right. It starts with Cade. You're the leader of the franchise. I heard the broadcast talk about it several times. They did just come back from a long road trip. They were definitely gassed. You could see it throughout the game. But, again, Greg Kelser made the point that I'm making here is that good teams overcome that. And so it does start with Cade Cunningham, so you're right. But this was just by a team metric, a not good performance because you look at the Pistons, and what do they do every game? What do they do every single game? They win the rebounds, and they win the points in the paint. This time, they lost the rebounds last night and points in the paint. They won by only 2. Usually they win that by 20 plus. Surprisingly, they won the free throws, but that's mainly because Cade. Cade got some calls. He heard what Spencer said yesterday, or the refs heard what Spencer said.
They did.
So, and also you lost fast break points. Look, the Pistons aren't going to win a game if they lose the 3-point game, they lose the fast break game, and they barely win the points in the paint. That's just not happening. That's not Pistons basketball. That's not how they win. They win everywhere else but 3 points and free throws, and they hope that the gap is so wide between fast break and points in the paint and rebounds that the other team can't overcome it. That's how they win games. That's how they've been winning games for the last year and a half now. So going back to this game, it was just a game where they just didn't play Detroit Pistons basketball, and you could blame that on fatigue and call it a long season. You don't got to overreact to this game, but that is it. And if we want to talk about holding people accountable, it starts with Cade Cunningham, yes, but it goes down that entire locker room because last night was not a good Pistons team performance.
Yeah, they'll bounce back. I'm not worried about it. That's not, like you said, Chris, that's not how this team plays. That's not how JB Bickerstaff coaches this team to play. They were gassed. Jalen Duren went down. That didn't help. But, yeah, just a bad, sloppy game that you got to shake off, and it's going to happen. It's a long season, so just got to be better next time out.
Yep.
No excuses. You just didn't have it. Wasn't your night. It's basketball sometimes. Got to go out there next game and, like Chris said, if you're not dominating the paint with this team, you're not going to win a lot of games.
No. Nick?
I was not able to watch last night, so I don't want to comment on last night, but you guys know my stance. I was locked into the Wings, the team, fighting over there in overtime. Didn't love the
first place in the East.
Shout out.
Big to get the point. I thought the overtime was sloppy for the Wings.
Yeah,
it really was.
Again, same kind of situation with the Wings. Yeah, it's a back-to-back off of travel. You had Pittsburgh waiting at home for you. Kind of a spot game there. Gritty performance in the third period to get a point, to tie it up, to force the overtime. I thought Lucas Raymond blew that overtime possession where
100%.
You got to shoot that puck, man. Got to shoot that puck. But, you had the old GOAT came out there and he turned back the clock a little bit. Sidney Crosby.
I was salty for two goals
and the game-winning assist.
Yeah. Against Detroit. Come on, dude.
He's one of the greatest of all time for a reason.
The goal off of Edmondson, I'm like, no, God, just like bad puck luck on
when
that.
When you're good, you're good. When you're lucky, you're good. Yeah. So that's a classic Sidney bounce.
Yeah, I only got a certain amount of screens. I knew Chris had hoops covered on NBA because he was spamming the chat with Jeff. So
I had three screens going yesterday. I had the football game on the TV.
Moneybag.
I had the football game on the TV. I had the Wings game on my laptop, and I had the Pistons on my phone.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
See you.
But obviously Asar needs to step up on offense. That is just, if this team wants to reach its peak, which is be a contender for a championship, Asar's going to need to score, and you can't pull him out in clutch situations, because you need his defense in those moments against some of the best players in the world. And if you can't score, you are going to get pulled out.
Or the other option is that Ron Holland grows exponentially and super fast and then bumps Asar to more of a reserve role.
The second best player on a championship team, Chris?
Oh, spin back, Nick. Spin back, Nick.
Look, I'm not calling it out. I'm not calling it out either way. I think Ron Holland has more talent. I think Ron Holland has more offensive talent. We've all said that. But right now I'm saying, I'm talking, if you want to win a championship this year, one of those two things has to happen, Nick. Either Asar has to have some sort of semblance of an offensive game, or Ron Holland has to exponentially grow so much that then Asar is put in a lesser role where he can shine, where the stakes aren't as high for him.
You trade for Michael Porter Jr. I'm kind of all in on that right now, honestly.
Yeah, the more I think about it,
he'd be just such a perfect fit.
They need to shake up a little bit. It
and
seems like
Tobias,
the price is better.
Love Tobias, cool guy, played his ass off in the playoffs last year. Might be time to shooting like 11% from three.
Yeah.
Are you guys concerned at all with Jalen Duren appearing to have an ankle sprain? We've had problems with Jalen Duren and his feet and like lower legs
and
in
his
the
labia
past.
And his cervix.
Cervix, that's it. Was it cervix or
He
labia?
has
Labia is crazy.
being such an athletic big as
I
he
knew it was
is.
something like that.
Are you guys concerned at all with the ankle sprain? Because he has dealt with these kind of injuries in the past that have limited him. And maybe part of the reason you hadn't seen him develop so much until this year is because some of those lower injuries.
I'm not worried about it right now because he came back and played, and he caught an alley-oop dunk, and he ran for a couple minutes. So, like, this is one that's just kind of bothering him. Now, is he somebody that's going to have ankle rolls and ankle sprains a lot in his career? Probably. But as long as you monitor them right and they're timely, they're not in the playoffs, they're in January 1st of the NBA season, like, you're good. So I'm not too worried about it. But I do think you're right, Nick. I do think it's something that will happen, partly because of his frame and how he plays. But I'm not concerned about it. This is one that it wasn't like he had to be carted off or anything. So he'll be back.
I agree. We're gonna go to break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do the pick'em real quick before we do that. Actually, fuck a break, dude. Just tell us about Sun Cruiser and we'll stay here.
Best drink in the game.
But real quick, before you tell us about Sun Cruiser. Kyle's Fed says, Spenny, what do you think about the Team USA hockey roster? I think JT Miller making it over Robertson is kind of a joke, honestly. Like, Cat not making it, I'm not on a soapbox about it, but JT Miller has been awful this year. He looks unenthused to play. He's not really offering anything, and Robo is playing probably the best year of his career. So I was really surprised that he didn't make it. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think if you would have seen Alex DeBrincat continue to ascend, putting up, a couple goals, a couple points here and there, he only has 1 point in his last 5 games. I think if Alex DeBrincat was continuing to climb towards maybe 90, closer to 95, maybe even 90, 95 point season compared to an 80 point season, I think you might get, more of a chance there. But he has been a little cold as of the last 5 games. Dylan Larkin, love it for D-Boss.
I don't understand the JT Miller one at all. I really don't.
I don't know too much about the other guys to complain, but I love that Larkin got in there. I watched the video. He's fired up.
Oh, yeah. He was.
And he loves the Four Nations.
Yeah.
It's awesome to watch and see a Red Wing in there. Obviously, Michigan guy. It seems like he is proud to play for this country,
Absolutely.
and I'm proud to watch knowing he's from Michigan, plays for the Red Wings. It's cool. So when you gear up for that, or you're just gearing up for a nice, good, long weekend, only one drink to pick up, and it's Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, the best drink in the game. My favorite flavor is the pink lemonade. It's delicious. 4.5% alcohol, low in calories. It is the best drink out right now. So when you're going to pick something up or you're at the bar, make sure you try a Sun Cruiser. Let us know what you think.
All right, we're back.
And we're back. Sorry, I'm looking at these Airbnbs we're doing for my boy Schwitz's bachelor party in Miami. Bitches are fire, dude.
Welcome to Miami.
But, all right. Around the league, pick 'em. Last pick 'em of the year. Who gets the Nick Glizzy suit before he has to ordain it? We'll start with Chris.
All right. Can't start anywhere else.
Carolina versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay -3 in Tampa.
Tampa Bay -3 in Tampa. I'm going to do it. There's no stakes. Give me Carolina.
That's what I like to hear.
Give me Carolina.
Give me the points. I'm with Booth Boy.
Oh,
Easy?
that doesn't feel good.
Give me Carolina.
I'm also taking Carolina.
Wow.
Oh!
The downfall of the Buccaneers.
Top Bulls. You're going to be the Lions' next defensive coordinator.
Come to Detroit.
All right, Seattle versus the 49ers. Seattle -2.5.
Seattle versus the 49ers -2.5.
In San Francisco.
In San Francisco. San Fran's playing some damn good ball right now, but give me Seattle. I fade them too many times.
I think you're going to see
You better take the Seahawks.
San Fran, baby. CNC.
Wow.
Give me the 49ers. I've
man
been on the Hawks all year, but I do like San Fran. The way they're playing right now, I think they might come out. Actually, scratch that. They will come out of the NFC and make the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Easy.
So the Rams are coming out of the NFC?
No, Niners.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. Who they playing?
Seahawks at home. Seahawks
Oh,
minus
that's
2.5.
not listening to the game. Oh my
I'm
God.
arguing in the chat with fucking goblin-ass motherfuckers. Give me the Seahawks.
All right.
I'm going with Glizzy Boy. I got the Niners. Home dog. Getting a couple points. I think they win it outright. Next up, Nolans versus Atlanta. Atlanta minus 3.5.
Took a bro to the
I can't get fooled again. I can't get fooled again by Atlanta. Give me the Saints. I think they got some here. I think they got a little magic.
Shook.
I'm rooting for Atlanta because we have to, boys. I think if Atlanta wins again, we can actually get belong. So give me the
ATL.
Shut up.
ATL.
Louisville.
ATL Draco.
I'm gonna get this
ATL
money,
Draco.
Louis Willville.
I think that defense could hold Atlanta up to a win. Give me the Hawks.
I'm going full
Falcons.
Spenny narrative. This obviously this week doesn't matter, so I'm doing the things I want to see.
Okay.
Give me Shook. Raheem
Let's
Morris, you are the next Detroit Lions defensive coordinator. Shook puts the nail in the coffin. Give me the Saints with the 3.5. Cleveland
go.
versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati minus 7.5.
Cleveland versus Cincy. Ooh. Cincy sucked to cover big spread, so give me Cleveland. Myles Garrett gets that record.
Let's go, Myles Garrett.
Give me Joe Burrow.
What's that guy's name? Miles.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King had a dream.
Give me Burrow.
His new album's actually fire.
I doubt it. All right.
It is. Shout out Birdie for that one.
Who you got, Easy?
Shout out, Birdie.
Give me the Browns to cover.
I am also taking the Browns with the plus 7.5 division game. Myles Garrett's going to go for everything. Give me the Browns to cover. Next up, Green Bay versus Minnesota. Minnesota minus 9.5.
Minnesota minus 9.5. Yeah, give me Minnesota.
All right. Nick?
Give me the Green Bay Packers.
Not surprised. Packers fan.
To cover. You say 9.5?
9.5.
Yeah, give me, the Vikings team blows.
Takes a
bad
lot.
on
That takes
bad,
a lot of
9.5.
you to admit. Very big of you, Nick.
Proud of the growth.
Shut the frick up over there.
Shut the frick up. Easy?
The frick are you talking about?
Which game is this one?
Green Bay, Minnesota.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Green Bay.
I'm also taking the Green Bay Packers. Max Brosmer, get ready to speak fucking...
Where else do they play football?
Get ready to speak Edrin Cooper, buddy. All right, next up, we got Dallas versus New York Giants. Dallas minus 3.5 in New York.
Dallas in New York, locking it.
You're locking Dallas?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
What's the spread?
3.5.
I actually feel like that's a good lock.
Give me the Cowboys.
Easy?
Give me the Cowboys.
I'm going G-Man, baby. It's
lock it.
It's week 18.
Lock 'em.
Fade it.
It's
Fade
fucking,
me.
Lock 'em.
It doesn't matter.
I'll
Just
lock
do
him.
it.
Fuck it, I'll lock
Just
him.
do
Yeah,
it.
why not?
Yeah.
Start and end with your boy.
I'll lock him. Yeah.
All right.
It's it's week 18. It's goofy. The kids are gonna have something to play for. Brian Burns is out there trying to make some incentives. Give me the Giants. Why not?
Spenny, I get a lot of good call on Dart.
Thank
I don't
you.
know if you get enough credit for it. He's
They're
a
talking
baller.
about they might draft another quarterback.
I hope they do. Trade him this way.
Yeah, I'll trade you for Jackson Dart right now.
What do you mean? Yeah, Jared Goff is the greatest quarterback to exist. Nothing ever limits him. He can do it all.
But he needs everybody around him
But
to
he
be
needs
elite.
everything around him to be elite and healthy.
All right, next up, we got Tennessee versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville minus 13.
Jacksonville minus 13. Give me Jacksonville.
Cam Ward. Cam Ward. We're going on Ward. Give me Cam Ward and the Titans.
Easy?
13.5. Is it the spread?
13.
Give me Cam Ward. Cover the
Shout out.
spread. Let's go, Rook.
I'm also going with Cam Ward to cover the spread.
Island boy.
Island Chris. All right, next up, Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. Baltimore -4.
Oof. I took Baltimore last time, and that burned me. Give me Pittsburgh.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to
Home
cover
dog.
the 4.
Home dog, ride harder.
I think Ravens win by 3.
Easy?
Yep, what he said.
Will you?
What's the game?
Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Baltimore versus Pittsburgh.
Ooh, fuck.
Pittsburgh +4 at home. Home dog.
I kind of want Pittsburgh to go in. Yeah, give me Pittsburgh. Yeah, the Ravens can win, though. Where's this one at?
In Pittsburgh.
Dude can't even lock it.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. They're getting TJ Watt back. TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
I think they'll win this one. All right, next up we got Arizona. Luckily, the Rams don't have to go to Arizona, a notoriously hard place to play. But it's in L.A. Rams -8.5.
-8.5. Do they have any ramifications for this game? Like
I think
seeding?
they can get the number 5 seed or something like that. No,
I think that's
I don't think so.
All right.
Wait, what is it?
Packers, Rams. I think no matter what.
I think the Rams could. Rams have seeding implications.
Give me the cards to cover. Give me the birds to
dirty
cover.
birds. I mean, they have to have some kind of ramifications, or it wouldn't be a 9-point spread. You know, if they were resting Stafford and shit.
Give me the cards to cover.
Easy.
You say 9?
8.5.
Give me the cards to cover.
Yeah, cards cover that. They need to. My man's fighting for his job.
Cardinals fucking suck.
Fight for my life out here, man.
Next up.
Nice.
Fins up. Dolphins versus the Patriots. Patriots it's in Foxborough. -11.5.
This is with my heart and only my heart. The Dolphins are going to get murdered, Nick. Give me the Patriots. Don't even think about it. Don't care who's playing. Doesn't matter.
Oh, Patriots are playing for the 1 seed.
Yeah, I don't see a chain on anytime touchdowns here. Stephon Diggs is still on this somehow. Nice. And, yeah, give me the Pats, sadly.
Too easy. Did you see the one I sent you?
It hurts to end the season like this, but yeah.
Oh, you're taking the Pats? Dude, why?
Because nobody is playing for the Fins.
It doesn't matter anyway.
And we actually could use a Fins win, which stinks because they're not going to.
No, yeah. Easy?
Give me the Fins to cover.
Lock it.
Lock it, yeah. Why not?
Who cares?
Let's keep going.
I'm taking the Patriots. Island lock. Why not?
Island lock.
I'll lock
the Giants.
I'll lock the Pats.
The Patriots got the division locked up, right?
I locked them.
Yeah, but they can go for the number 1. They're going for the number
locking.
Oh, now you gotta lock.
You're locking the Yeah, now you gotta lock the.
Because me and Spencer
Me and Chris are battling too.
I'll listen to the rest of the picks and then we'll go from there.
Indy versus
You're not even listening.
Yeah, listen. Indy versus Houston. Houston -10.
Give me Houston.
Nick?
Give me Houston.
Easy?
If the Seahawks win and the Rams beat the Cardinals, they can move into the 5th seed. This is what they're playing for. Give me Houston to cover.
I'm also taking Houston. And then finally,
Did they play the
Lions Bears -3.
Yeah. Give me the Bears.
Final score?
Oh, I don't even want to say it out loud. 31. Yeah, 31-10. I think it's going to be a blowout.
Bears cover. Bears win. 31-13.
That's a crazy line. Spenny, are you outlining that like you did the Cowboys?
I hate that this is a 3-point spread. We better lose this game. If we don't, I'm going to be salty. Straight up.
Just because we want them to lose, the one time we want them to fucking lose, they're gonna win.
They're going to win.
Give me the Lions.
What's the score?
24-27. Spread's 3, right?
Spread is 3.
Super mega lock.
I'm taking the Lions also. And I'm going to say 34-27.
Smash that like for the extra content.
Smash.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Don't say I never did nothing for you.
When do you ever get that?
Well, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Smash that like button. We'll see you next week. Not next year. It's already next year. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer. We are the Heavyweights. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Peace.